Dad, that was the digger and met the boy in white.
You know the boy in white?
Run over the hill! Get back to the bus!
You looking for these? What can we leave us alone?
Hello everyone and welcome to Academy channel. I'm your detective host Igor, and today we are going to be analyzing From Season 3 Episode 4 promotion materials. We have a small teaser, and I want to specify it's a real teaser. It's not the ones that you see online with people just taking some shots and scenes from the previous trailers and then present it like, oh, new trailer, we are gonna lie to our audience, we're gonna deceive our audience, yay! This is a real teaser and some new shots that we got from Amazon Press Release Studio. So basically we're gonna try to understand what to expect from episode 4, and probably it's gonna be a big one. It's gonna have a lot of interesting information and a lot of good, interesting events. But before we begin, as usual, I want to thank everyone who supports me on Patreon, and I also want to welcome a new champion to our community. Her name is Stephanie Dawson. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Thank you so much for being part of this amazing community. Now, let's dive in. So instead of dividing the teaser and the images to two separate categories like I did the previous time, I wanted basically to put them all together and try to understand what to expect in the next episode. Now, one of the scenes, obviously, there's gonna be a less interesting part of the night for the second group, the group that's in the village with the creepy dolls, and it's gonna be Jade. Christie obviously is injured. Jade is experiencing some new visions with the guy we remember in episode 3, the one that was drinking blood, and we've seen him right next to the stones with the red color. By the way, I didn't talk about it in the previous analysis, but it's probably somehow related to the red images in the caves where the monsters are sleeping. Probably those red stones were used as paint, as color to, to draw all of those images in the caves. And we can see that Jade is drinking alcohol as usual because he cannot smoke anymore. Probably all of the good stuff is already over, even though we know that Fatima is growing new. Anyway, we can see that Christie is reaching her hand. She probably wants some drink too, because like after you get trapped in a bear trap, you usually want to drink. Like, even if you're not a drinker, I basically drink alcohol probably like twice or thrice a year, but still in this situation, even I probably would say like, give me a shot right now. Anyway, we see here like they're talking. There's not gonna be probably a lot of events for those guys. They're probably gonna have, I think, a quieter night. Maybe something's gonna happen, but I don't think it's gonna be as big as what's gonna happen in the main town. I cannot see here some like really interesting details, just basically people talking. Obviously Christie is dealing with pain, and Kenny is kind of looking nice, like almost smiling there. So maybe he's like experiencing the whole losing his mom, his dad, and barely losing Christie. Way better than most of us would. And this scene with Sarah and Victor was already teased to us in the main trailer that we have seen before season 3 was even released, and they're going to build a fort. Now, what's interesting for me is that when we look at the house, Sarah came back to her old house where she used to live with Nathan. So everything that happened in season 2 in the end, where the moron and his girlfriend died, she's the one who exploded from the inside, kind of worked out pretty good for Sarah. Once again, I'm not sure, and I'm not saying that Sarah is suspicious, but I am still not 100% sure about her. Meanwhile, so far, everything kind of works in her way. Look, she killed a bunch of people, she didn't go to the box, she just took a stroll with Boyd through the forest, she had a couple of seizures, and that's it. Now she's on good terms with everybody. And how do I know it's the same house? You can obviously look at the walls, but the main focus here is the 4, whatever this is. As I told you, it looks like salt and pepper, but I'm not 100% sure. But those 4 figurines were also in the house when the girl exploded in the end of season 2. Now, we have, as I told you, already some shots from the main trailer. This is not a new teaser, this is not new shots, this is basically a conversation we have seen between Victor and Sarah, when Victor tells her, I need to remember things, something is changing, a lot of things are changing here. So this is the conversation. So it is probably the same night. I don't see it any other night. And also I went and checked the trailer that we analyzed. Almost everything that was in the trailer we have seen already. So I'm almost 100% sure that the rest of everything we haven't seen in the trailer is something we're gonna see in episode 4. So basically the trailer was only for the first 4 episodes, which means that the last 6 are a complete surprise for us, and I think it's very, very good. Now, when we move forward, probably this is gonna be a night when Victor's gonna experience his flashback. He's gonna tell a story to Sarah about how he met the boy in white. We've seen this already, as I told in the previous trailer. We have those moments. Now in this teaser we have this moment too, and like, well, no, Victor waving to the boy in white, and he's telling, when everybody died, this is where I was introduced to the boy in white. And Sarah is like, oh, you know the boy in white? Because she knows him too. If you remember, in the end of season 1, boy in white was the one who talked to Sarah, who told her to go through the faraway tree, and where Boyd actually went in and found Martin after that, and she went in and just came back to the town. Or at least she says so. We don't know if she's not lying. So yeah, I don't know how about you, but I'm actually way more excited about this scene, about this storyline, than any other. Even though there's probably gonna be some action and newcomers arriving to the city, people are gonna shoot each other and so on and so on and so on, still, just coming back to this flashback of what happened with Victor 40 years ago, I really hope that this time we're actually gonna get some new, really like, substantial pieces of information, and not just once again Victor's gonna jump and start yelling at everybody like we have seen already in one of the teasers. He's like, no, 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 no. Yes, 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 please give us answers, please. Anyway, let's rewind a little bit to the beginning of the next episode, to the end of the previous one, you know, the new tree. And I can see that this is a new tree because, like, when you check the trees of the Matthews family and Boyd's family, every time it's a new tree. I don't know if it's important information or not, but once again, I notice, I share. And we can see that the police lady, she's like, where is everyone? And this is something I actually thought about on the previous episode, but I was like not exactly sure how far Henry and Tabitha were driving, but like the driver of the ambulance, he didn't notice that they're not in the city already for a while. They're driving in the wild, basically, like only forest around them. So this moment is very interesting, because if they were in urban area and suddenly they are outside and there's just trees and they're in a rural and, you know, like even in the wild area, so it means like you, whatever you are, you don't have like to do the whole prelude before and drive and take a drive from this state to the other state. You can just basically go buy some milk, take a car and drive to your local shop, and then find yourself next to a tree. So once again, I know it's not an information that basically answers everything, but it's a very interesting information for us crazies who want to understand this show. So we can see that Tabitha is basically like, yeah, oh no. Oh hell no, I'm not coming back. Now, some of you I know said like, yeah, but why wouldn't she want to come back? She wants to come back to her family. She wants to save her family, not come back to her family and be trapped again. What was the whole point of going to a lighthouse and being karate-kidded by the boy in white? It doesn't really help if eventually you're just coming back with barely any answers. And we got some information from Henry and knowing more stuff about Miranda and all the similarities between them, but it also felt like this place is drawing her back, or if it's a continuation of this simulation world, mystical world, whatever you want to call it. Like as soon as Tabitha said, I don't want to cooperate no more, I want to get out of the car, boom, car crash, and here you go, a tree. You're coming back. You don't want to play by the rules. So yeah, I think there is something here. Anyway, this is a close-up on Boyd, have no idea where he is. I think it's Colony House, but you know, like, no idea. Anyway, we have the situation in the bus, and Randall and Boyd gonna stay in the bus together during that night when the ambulance is gonna arrive to the city, to the Fromville. So we have this image, like Randall is looking at the camera, almost like doing a photo shoot. I think it's kind of weird, but once again, no information here, no details, nothing. We can see just very wintry, snowy trees outside, so it's pretty cold. And Boyd is here also checking out something. Probably this is the moment when ambulance is gonna arrive to the town, and Boyd is gonna be like, what the hell is going on? Why there's like an ambulance going like crazy here? This is where he's looking. Like you can see behind him, Randall in the same pose like he was in the photo shoot. So they are together in the bus. They decided to stay together. Probably this is where the conversation from the trailer is gonna happen, when Randall's gonna talk to somebody. We thought it was to Mariel, but probably he's gonna tell Boyd, like, you remember this moment when he says,
Everybody just talks about how afraid they are of dying. Well, I don't think that's the worst thing that can happen to you here.
so what's gonna happen? They're gonna drive through the town and they're gonna hit one of the monsters, or one of the monsters is gonna basically jump in front of the car, so they're gonna hit it and nothing's gonna happen, because you know, you're not gonna kill a monster with just hitting it with the ambulance. So after that, one scene, once again from the trailer, not from the teaser. This is the cop lady. She's about to shoot somebody. She's really freaked out. She doesn't know what to do. We can see that the one who was just lying behind her, this one, already got up and coming to kill her. We can see one of the paramedics is dead already, probably the one we discussed in the previous analysis, because he has a face of somebody who's about to die in the movie. And we can see like probably this is after he killed one of them, another scream. We heard them screaming in the first episode when they were like killing somebody or almost killing the Matthews kids. So yeah, once again, some screams, and this is something new. I would definitely like to think more about it. So this moment, I'm sorry, I don't know about you, but the only thing that comes to my mind, I'm trying to be serious, but the only thing that comes to my mind is Ice Ice Baby. Dum, 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 dum.
All right, stop.
Look at Randall, he's about to break some moves here. And yeah, he's holding something like a bag or something. This is probably something they wanted to find in the ambulance. Maybe it's medicine, maybe it's weapon, maybe something like this. I don't know exactly. But we know that Randall's gonna get into trouble. He's gonna be surrounded by the monsters. He's not gonna know how to escape. Boyd is probably gonna try to help him. And we can see just some images, him being, you know, worried and everything, being Boyd basically. And here he is in the ambulance. So we're gonna have those moments, like as I told you, we're coming back to the trailer. This is Randall. He's surrounded by the monsters. Even though he has a place to escape, probably behind him, he can still run, because once again it's a trap. He's trying to run. This is the teaser. As I told you, the quality is pretty bad, but we can see this is the same moment. And Randall is holding the bag, and then he's laying on the floor. We've seen him in a previous episode trying to escape the cicadas, so this is probably what's gonna happen to him. He's gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna escape from you bitches, you know, I'm gonna run because you're slow walkers, and then suddenly he's gonna be hit by the cicadas, and maybe at some point he's still gonna be saved. I don't know how, because we've seen in the trailer already monsters are around him, but you know, like maybe something's gonna happen. Anyway, Boyd is in the bus. Once again, some moments from the trailers, they were repeated in the teaser, so I'm just putting them in the better quality here. You know, are you looking for those? Once again, Boyd is not gonna be killed because they wanna break him. She's gonna tell him like, you cannot save everybody, blah blah blah. And this moment, now as soon as the ambulance gonna arrive to the town, it's gonna turn on the lights on, because we can see in the trailer when the Matthews family jump in and go into the window, we can see the lights there. There is like, you can see the red and blue, so they were rushing somewhere, okay? They were probably worried about something, or maybe after they hit one of the monsters and after one of them was eaten by it, you know, the cop lady or somebody or Boyd actually got the keys and they got inside the ambulance. Anyway, we know that also in the county house there's gonna be an alarm. Everybody's gonna be like, oh no, we're gonna get attacked, blah blah blah. Something is happening. This is the moment we've seen in the trailer. I thought it's gonna be the first night. It's actually the second night. You know, we have two big nights in this season, and the one who's gonna be injured is Nikki, the same girl that was not really nice to Fatima in episode 1. Once again, it kinda tells me that probably this place or whatever in this place is working, or maybe the baby itself already in Fatima's belly, doing everything to eliminate everything that can be dangerous to Fatima, and also feeding her some rotten food. Now we can see that Nikki is being shot, and I'm pretty sure who shot her. It's like, I will put my money on it, but you know, like Mariel is taking care of her. We can see once again, this is the teaser. The previous shots were from the main trailer. So yeah, she's like trying to help her. So everybody is looking, obviously they don't want to lose another person, but they gonna, because new people arrived, you gotta lose somebody already. And we can see that the police lady is standing right behind them. She's also watching. Everybody is looking worried. Once again, the quality is pretty bad, but most of the shots anyway are really focused on somebody's face and everything else is pretty blurry, so not many details to work with, but we can see like this is a guilt face if I ever seen one. Okay, she's obviously the one who shot Nikki. Probably she saw somebody with a weapon, so she reached for the gun and shot it, you know, like being a cop and everything. And right now she kind of understands that this is not something that needed to be done, and she's about to become a murderer, a killer. So once again we have Clara here as usual in the background. Something is wrong with her, I don't know what, but maybe I'm once again putting my tinfoil hat here, but something is kind of bugging me about her being everywhere in this season. And anyways, I told you we have some good quality shots from Amazon. Everybody's looking exactly as Mariel. You can see here the blonde hair. She's trying to take care of Nikki, and probably not gonna work anyway. So suddenly everybody's looking away. Everybody is looking at someone. Look, we can see here Mariel is here, Nikki is here, but everybody's looking on the left. What happened? Because we haven't seen Tabitha. So far we haven't seen her, not in the ambulance, not in the town, and we don't even know if she was in the ambulance when it arrived to Fromville, or she decided to split, and as I told you in the previous video, she just ninja jumped on top of the tree and then ran to see what the hell is going on after the tree, which is very interesting. Maybe, or at least I'm hoping something similar is gonna happen. But you know, like Tabitha is probably there, and I think this is maybe the moment when everybody's like, what the hell is going on? How are you back? You have like those kind of moments, like look at Donna, she's stunned. Look at Boyd, he's also in shock. Everybody's in shock and they're like, how did you even come back? My money is on Tabitha, but I'm not 100% sure. We have another shot of Elgin, and he's once again seeing something, probably again the lady in the kimono dress, you know, the ghost or whatever you want to call her, because it looks like he's seeing something spiritual. It's not how you look at person, at somebody who is human. So he's probably seen some visions here, like we've seen this moment in the trailer. This is probably him starting to experience in this and then getting up and suddenly seeing something more. I hope it's not gonna be just once again lady in a kimono, ooh, booga booga booga. And actually we're gonna get some more information about her and what the hell is going on with her, because she's completely different and completely new in comparison to other monsters and creatures we have seen in this show. So there's also a moment from the teaser, both from the teaser and the trailer, when Donna is crying, why can't they leave us alone? Boyd is trying to comfort her, and this moment also we have seen already in the previous trailers, when they're looking out of the window. This is Colony House, as far as I can say. The windows are from Colony House, and they also seen something. Now, we know that Boyd saw the ambulance when he was in the bus. So they are seeing here something new. So it's not going to be the only thing. The only thing that happens during this night is the ambulance coming, arriving, and then the monsters come, and then Randall doing breakdance moves, and everybody escapes. Probably even after that, it's not going to be over. Something else is going to surprise all of our heroes. And once again, I don't know about you, but I cannot wait to find out. And I thank you so much for watching this video. 3,100 of you and about 50% who still didn't subscribe. Thank you so much for watching this video, liking, commenting, whatever you do to support what I'm doing here is greatly appreciated. And I see you in the next one. Bye!